Right, so we're going to find out who these guys are. They look like the Syndicate. Yep.
Engaging now.
No. So, let's find out what the cool stuff is in this system first of all. There's quite a few different planets out here.
Captain, this looks like a pretty nice world. We should make a note of it for...
So it's a colonization world. That's a shame. But there's a lot of rich minerals and resources on this planet. Not too bad all in all. So we've got a crystal world there, sewer world there. Let's get to the point where I'm just going to start. Oh, there's a lethal planet there. Getting to the point where I'm just going to start going to crystal worlds because I don't want to waste too much time when I'm going from place to place. So let's have a little look. You got an unidentified object. Whereabouts is that? Other side of the planet. Right, let's go down and check it out. Check out what it is. There's a reasonable quantity of metals on the planet. Unfortunately, they seem to be massively divided, which is really irritating. Still got no idea what critter meat does. Ah, what's this? Ah, Syndicate. Trial. What has he done? Harriet robbed our village blacksmith for 2 stacks of grain. The next day we found he had distributed the grain to the poor. He claims it's wrong for the blacksmith to hoard food while someone in our village starve. How would you deal with this? What would your people do? Why are there people going without in the village? Hunger and thirst are the default here. Harsh lands, it's a miracle we have as much as we do. So those that can't feed themselves. Right. Okay. Harriet's right. Perhaps. But the blacksmith does a good job. All the wealth and possessions he worked for, should he not have the right to hold his extra grain for his family in times of need? I suppose the blacksmith has the right to keep what he's worked on, but while others go without. There's truth in what you say, a harsh truth with far-reaching consequences, but I think you're right. We'll clear Harriet of his charges. I wonder how this will affect those working hard to provide stability for themselves and their families. These are tough times. Either way, thank you for offering us your judgment. Right, so I'm not really sure what sort of happened there. I mean, that's a bit of a confusing one. I mean, it's always a complicated one when it comes to theft. It's not right to steal from other people, but at the same time, people should support each other, basically. It's an interesting dilemma which you have to face. I mean, normally I'd say that he'd have to be punished because I wouldn't allow theft, but under the right civilization you wouldn't have this kind of problem, because people would be working together rather than working against each other. Right. There's a lot on this planet, but when you consider the amount of effort that you have to go to for all of it, is it really worth it? Let's see what the value of the copper world is. A worthless value. So the most valuable ones are the crystal worlds, and that's what I'm going to be visiting from now on because I want to save time for everyone. Because the thing is, we've got fuel as well, which is burning up in the background, so too much of an emphasis on not the right type of things. For example, these greens are very, very useful. Whereas the blues here aren't. See there, that's just round the corner, so we're not really burning too much in terms of time. I can pull off. Right. Nitrogen, water. Not great. Now this is going to be lethal, but it's always good to have a little look and see what sort of stuff we have on here. There is no reason whatsoever to ever take a risk like that. I mean, ideally what we want to do is we want to get the best for our money that we can. This one's got nice supplies on it. It's also a pretty planet. The main thing is what we want to do is we want to find a way to expedite our journey slightly. Right. Now the astatine is probably going to be useful because it's a radioactive. They are worth a lot of monies. So, zoocrystals. The thing is, I'm not expending a whole lot of resources at the moment, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we might as well grab them. Check out the Azure world. Ah, now that's not a bad amount of stuff. 530. Yeah, I think we can grab a little bit of stuff. I mean, if all of this is easily acquirable, 35 in one. Yeah, this isn't a bad landing. So yeah, there's profit to be made. What we've got to do is be careful about how we choose to make it. So that's a Yitric world. So they seem to have value as well. So we're remembering the name of the valuable worlds. Warmth. It's always good to land on the valuable planets. I mean, this one's just around the corner, but normally we wouldn't bother picking that stuff up. It's a Yitric world. Noble worlds, I think they're gaseous. But yes, there's nothing of value there. Noble one might have something good. With each point of fuel that we burn through is a little bit. Right. So we want to avoid risking people if possible. It appears that we're not alone in the system as well, so we've got the Kazanti, who are probably going to get in the way of our lives, which is going to be problematic. Right, so we lost a crew member, which sucks. And we've got some friends coming. Hello, friendo.
It is these humans who have been rampaging through my key. What is left to say, humans?
You never want to fight you.
So it's us, the people who keep attacking and killing civilian vessels. We're the bad guys. Morality is a construct.
Nah, I want to fight. Totally owned. Right. So we've explored these ones. I think we can probably go to Epsilon Eridani before going home. We've burnt through most of our cargo space, but if we keep it to the non-important, or rather if we don't have non-important cargoes, we should be alright. Right, so we'll have a little look around Epsilon Eridani in a few minutes. Catch you in a sec.
Bye bye.